According to the partial legalization of marijuana bill, passed by the German federal parliament last month, personal possession of cannabis and home cultivation of cannabis will no longer be legally prohibited in Germany. According to the German government, the new law is intended to combat the black market and better protect young people, as marijuana purchased from the black market has an unknown composition and may contain more toxic additives and impurities. In Western countries, drug-like substances are increasingly legalized. But in China, it's absolutely impossible. However, there are Western forces that maliciously discredit China's anti-drug practices. Last year, according to the Globes, President Biden's report to Congress, identification of China as a so-called major source country for drugs. As the president of a country, he's saying that China is a major source of drugs, regardless of the facts. There are serious historical reasons that China is so tough on drugs. China's modern history began with opium. In the 19th century, under British domination, opium continued to flow into China by sea. A large number of the country's people are addicted to opium and are thin and bony. The army also smokes opium, unable practice making war. Because of the opium trade, the Qing dynasty's silver flowed out of the country. Social crises are worsening. In 1840, with the beginning of the Opium War. This is the beginning of China's true anti-drug history. Successive Chinese governments have made drug control a top priority. With the establishment of the New China, the State Council issued a decree on the prohibition of opium and tobacco in 1950. After more than 3 years, cultivation and use of tobacco and drugs, which used to be rampant in old China, have been virtually eliminated. The humiliating history of China's invasion started with drugs, and it is even more unlikely that the current Chinese people will tolerate drugs. China's diplomacy has responded strongly to the smears and distortions of other forces.
当所谓认定没有事实根据，纯属恶意抹黑，中方对此坚决反对，已向美方提出严正交涉。中国政府高度重视禁毒工作，截至目前，中国已列管456种麻醉药品、精神药物和2个整类物质，成为列管毒品最多、管制最严的国家之一。中国列管的易制毒化学品已达38种，比联合国管制的品种多14种。中国禁毒部门建立健全对易制毒化学品各环节全程动态监管机制。毫无疑问，中国是全球毒品治理的模范，是禁毒政策最严格、执行最彻底的国家，受到国际社会的普遍认可。反观美国，人口仅占世界5%，却消费了全球80%的阿片类药物，可谓全球禁毒事业的黑洞和乱源，是一家独大的主要毒品需求国，没有资格对中国的禁毒努力说三道四。美国毒品泛滥的根源在于自身能力不强，管控不力，减少国内需求才是治本之道。我们敦促美方停止对中国的攻击抹黑，多做有利于中美合作的事，而不是相反。
We also sincerely hope that the United States side will effectively resolve the fentanyl abuse crisis at an early date. American people will be freed from the dangers of drugs at an early date.